Hi, everyone. First, I want to thank y'all for your patience. I have been out of the loop for a while. I've had some surgeries done on my mouth. So the videos have been sparse and they're spread out. So if you go to my bio link, there's other platforms in my website that there's some videos that aren't making it onto here. They're available there. So let's get on today's topic. And today's topic is animal communication. So animal communication, they have their barks or meows or their vocalizations, but they also have their body language, like a cat's fur standing up or a dog's fur standing up on their back. But the primary communication is through telepathy, which is our natural way to communicate that we're starting to get back into now, which is why some people are having troubles remembering words. They see it in their mind, they know the concept, but they can't find the verbal word for it. It's because we're trying to get back to our natural state, which is telepathy, mind to mind. So animals communicate through feelings, emotions, and mind pictures. So it's all received up in the mind screen, so to speak. So when an animal, for example, is injured, let's say a horse, they can limp or they can just not be themselves, but they can't say, hey, look here, I'm having a problem at such and such place in my body and I need you to fix it. So they can give you physical indicators like don't touch that hoof or don't touch that paw, but it still doesn't tell you exactly what's going on. For me, communicating with animals, usually they can say, look, this is how I'm feeling. This is what I experienced. This is where the problem is in my body. I'm not a vet. I can't say, okay, the diagnosis is, because I don't know. I'm not a vet. But I can say there's an imbalance, say, around the stomach area or the spleen or whatever. So the animals will show me my belly hurts. Sometimes they'll show me eating a full sock and saying my belly hurts. Not always, but they'll say my belly hurts. Sometimes, like with horses, they'll say I was messing around and I slipped and I fell and I hit my right hip. So it's really sore. I think I knocked something out of whack, the spine or the hip. And so I highlight it and I tell the human companion, and then it can be brought to a vet, this information, and they can investigate further. So it helps them narrow things down. Okay, so telepathy. Now, we have human telepathy. We have telepathy, which is one of the communication methods to speak with the other side. It is a method to speak with the non-physical, non-human beings, such as space beings. So it's all in your head. And this is barring any mental health issues. Okay, I'm not a counselor. I can't address those. So animal communication is mental telepathy. And animals, especially those who are companions to humans, have a tendency to ignore the inner ramblings of the humans because we kind of talk nonstop. We always have thoughts going on. And animals can usually pick up those thoughts. So what they hear is blah, 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 all day long. And one day I'm sitting on the couch and one of my cats comes up and she bites my arm. And I'm like, what the heck? What was that for? And she goes, you're thinking too loud. Oops. So yeah, they hear it. And normally they ignore it. They learn to tune it out. So when people start practicing trying to make a conscious telepathic connection with the animal ignores them because it's just more background noise. So if you want to start working with your animal to create a telepathic communication system, you have to show the animal that you're serious. I am talking to you. So one of the methods I recommend is, what an empty stomach feels like. It's empty, it's annoying, it's hungry, and you know what it feels like to start eating, to start feeling that belly fill up again, right? You also know the feeling of your stomach being satiation. Full. We'll go with full. So you know what it feels like to have a full, satisfied stomach. So the way to start practicing with your at-home critters is without making any move and before your normal feeding time, broadcast in your mind, picturing into their mind, empty stomach. Then show them a picture in your mind of you standing up, going to the kitchen or wherever you get the feed, preparing their meal, bringing it to them, they start eating, and then they get a full belly. So you're projecting these feelings and these actions in mind pictures to the animal. As soon as you're done broadcasting this, then you get up and you do exactly what you showed them you were going to do. So this takes some practice, and then one day they're like, oh, you see this little light bulb come on. Oh. Now, having said that, once one of my cats found out I was doing this, that I could communicate, she never shut up. She had a lot to say all the time. So I took it as my fault, that I have all this inner monologue going on all the time, and she thought this was normal. So, oh, you can hear me now? So all day long. So there is that. So it does take practice to get through to them that this is intentional. It's not just ramblings and thoughts that are going on in our head that we seem to broadcast all the time. So animal communication. So one of the primary reasons I would be contacted is a runaway pet. My pet got out. I can't force the pet home, and trying to see where they are from their view does me no good. Not unless they're in my yard where I can see something familiar to me. So I usually say, look, your humans are really worried about you. Could you go home and check in with them to let them know you're okay? And usually within 3 or 4 hours, they might mosey. However, sometimes I've had animals tell me, no, my job with them is done. I have to go to someone else who needs me right now. And they're very intent. They're very serious about what they're telling me. But I'm like, as a human companion with my animals, I would really want you back. I want you back home in our herd, in our pack, or whatever, litter, whatever you want to call it. But animals do have missions as well. So if I get that message, which is not all the time, I do tell the homeowner that this is what they said. So a lot of times when somebody says my pet companion got out, and I make contact with them, I have this, especially if it's dogs, I have this yeehaw sensation. And, this run, smell. Everything's open and wide and exciting. So they're like, sometimes they get carried away and they get lost. I don't remember where I came from. I don't know how to get back. I don't know the way. And so I try to show them that there is a connection between them and their human. So there's this trail that they can follow. So yeah, animal communication. I find it very handy. So happy experimenting. Thanks.